Because we are people who are weak. We think we know what's right. We will distort right to conform with what we need. In fact, this is the whole history of deviations, moral deviations in Christianity, and the present state of affairs in the world, because everybody who finds they find their own God, it's funnily enough, their own God conforms exactly to their lifestyle. Their own God never tells them, oh, you better change this bit of your life radically. And that's why the idea, I've got my own view of God, is just bogus. Because if it weren't entirely selfish and self-made, there would be some changes when this person finds their own God.
Well, I say to people, my idea of God is just objective morality, what's good and true and righteous. And
yes.
I would say all religions have some element of that.
Yes.
And you can pick the good from the bad.
Yes.
And you know,
okay.
I don't think any religion has a monopoly on truth.
Okay, fair enough. I mean, in prima facie, one might say that because there are all these religions, and you see all these societies that exist. So they all have moral codes. There's no doubt about that. In fact,
and
it may
have
be
a lot in common, like almost most things in common.
Yeah. Now, St. Paul says this in the first chapter of Romans. Men were given the light of God, the Holy Spirit, and yet they distorted it. Men followed after bad things. And so we would expect everywhere in the human race to find good things that human beings have developed in their societies. St. Paul went to Athens, where there was a load of good things. The way he talked to the Athenians was very respectful, and yet Athens had a lot of bad stuff going on, we know. And all societies have been like that. So whilst there is good in all societies and in all religions, and the Catholic Church says it accepts what's good and true from all religions, still there's that huge amount of error in them, that distortion of the truth, in our view. And the Jewish law was given as a pure understanding of moral right and wrong for that time, but then Christ comes to refine it completely, to remove all the dross. So we've got like pure silver, pure gold now, and that is the Catholic position. If we don't have the problem with, if we say all religions contain the truth and leave it at that, there's the problem because religions do contradict themselves on each other, contradict each other on fundamentals, and therefore they can't all be true by definition. They could all be false. Every one of us could be false if we contradict each other. But
so you say they can't all be true by definition, meaning you think that there's just one. Wait, how can I put it? So you think they've all got elements of truth and falsehood in them?
Yes, except Catholicism. Because I'm here. Yeah, you mean? Yeah, you're not surprised I'm saying that. But what I'm getting at really is, to start off, before I even say that, so such a biased thing, I'd say that all the religions do contradict each other in certain ways. I've talked to Muslims today. We disagree.
I just spoke to them too.
Yeah, Jesus is God, Jesus is not God. Therefore, we can't both be true. We could both be false, but we can't both be true. And so the question is there any religion out there that's true? So I look at various religions. I do not pretend to have looked at all the religions of the world. I might have missed some religion in the Amazon rainforest, which is the true one. But, you know, what can I do? I just deal with what I got. I'm in England and I encounter what I encounter. But I think Catholicism is true because for the reasons I gave about it being historically based. I don't think those others are.
And you've got that sort of stream running from Abraham, or you can even go right back through all the prophets, and it sort of runs through Israel and then the church.
I would not deny that, but I would say it is very difficult for me to say that the existence of Moses, Abraham, can be historically ascertained. That wouldn't be fair for me to say that. I start with Christ and the apostles and the early church. That to me has got a good historical grounding. Once I accept that, I then accept Moses and the prophets, because although I can't demonstrate them with good historical certitude, because the ones that I have established with good historical certitude validate them